Alright, there we go. Start a little bit early. 2 minutes earlier. Hello. Welcome back to Dave Does the Same Thing Over and Over. In this episode, you're doing the same thing over and over and over. But if you are watching this early in the stream, hello, and glad you enjoy. I wasn't feeling so great yesterday. Had a bit of a rough one. I'm still having a rough one, to be honest. I've been definitely getting sleep, but I'm also incredibly tired. Don't really know why. Just very tired. I don't know. Starting to catch up with. So, here it is.
Oh no! I'm late for my chores. Wait, do I have chores here?
One day, I'm gonna finish feeding these goddamn things. Yeah. That's all these ones done. Problem with doing this so early in the terrible spotting stuff. The best stuff. bad at bodies. Alright, well, those are done. Skunk is done. Initially 3 bees if that one's bugging up. Twisted. On here.
Now, what is it that I had planned?
But yeah. Now, if the white one. That was a bit of lottery, but There you go. Can't see it, so maybe it's this issue. Alright. Well, let's go do something else. Good fun.
Over here.
Fairly quick.
We've got to
Yeah.
talk.
Oh. Quick. Ellie.
God fucking damn it, Dave.
And then we'll do the island stuff. I'm running low.
How's it going? Whoa! Whoa!
Hey, Jesse. Hope you're having a good day. I should be doing my pumpkins. I'm so broke. Well, I've done them so often now, it's getting to a point where I actually got a good amount of money. I think I've got like a couple million, which is 10 million is my goal. If I get 10 million, that's a good kind of like safe point that I can just like take a break from it. I hope you're doing alright. Come on. Yeah, no, you guys are excited. I forget where you can get pearls from. I think it's from Wish Blossom. Well, I think you submitted your dream step, so we'll go over the dream step today. Where is it? Front of our. So there we go. Yeah, you did submit yours on the 14th, so we'll go through your one. I don't think Teresa. Oh wait, no. What's this week? 12th. Yeah, I don't think Teresa's submitted hers yet. So we'll only go for your one. Where is it?
How's it going? Whoa!
Then empty my inventory before I did all that. Doing okay, just really tired lately. I get that. 100% feel that. My problem, I'm feeling really tired recently. Which is probably a sign of heart failure. But still exhausting. Oh. Should have another one in it. I'm trying to make the use of the bonus for my character every day now. Instead of just focusing on the pumpkins, I'm trying to use the bonuses for 16. Hopefully it means pre-patch grinding is not that bad. And normally I would keep going, but I'm out of minutes. Going. Alright, so it looks like my critters are frozen. Oh, inventory's full, that's why. Bugger. There. There we go. Pick it up, bud. Neat. So I've got close to 6 million. Once I get to 10, I'll probably stop selling all my pumpkins in the chest. Oh, that's all done. Realize how close.
Good to see ya. Oh,
Guess we'll do the parts of it. base with her later on.
Well, hello, huzzah! Well,
That's cool. Got a train there. Oh, weird plastics. Split page through. Interact. Didn't know that does that. Now they just need to get things moving on the train. So what do here? There's two puzzles. Alright, so I'm guessing we pick up all the scrap and put them in the pipe. Best get to them. Question of how much scrap do I? Oh. The other one. Okay. The weeds are still present trouble. You weed killer. I left a recipe. Just okay. I make. Runaway potion. Ah, okay. Apply it to the watering can. Hi, Scrappy Dappy Dude. Good to see you again. First time the vent is open. Is that where the train is from? I think so. Ah, there we go. Alright, so what you have to do for the plant one is you have to find the chest that has the weed killer potion in it, make the weed killer potion, apply it to your watering can, and then water the little plant looking monster thingy. I want the train from for a Harry Potter build. That's Warner Brothers, not Disney. You'll get in trouble. Jesse, what are you doing, man? You'll get in trouble. They'll ban you from Dreamlight Valley. You crazy? Crazy? And there's the creep Yasmin. I finally got her to talk. I figured she joined like half an hour ago when I started. Waiting for my moment. How come I can't? Oh yeah, there you go. A little bit buggy there. You did. Yeah, I thought so. You're probably one of the first people to actually arrive. Because you don't say anything, and there's no way for me to tell. What Stitch pops around. Alright, so how much have I got? I got 18. I'm not even sure how much trash I'm supposed to find. There's a weird invisible wall right here, and I'm not sure why. Ah, there we go. I think I got all of them. Alright, let's see what I get. Oh, cool. Got the plant. That's cool. That'll be good for my plant area. Well, they shouldn't give me shit to be able to do it then. Well, I don't think they're going, alright, we're going to introduce this train so people do Harry Potter stuff. I'm just warning you. I think they messed up here. I'm just warning you because they might ban you from Dreamlight Valley forever. If you make a Harry Potter. It's like if you make Batman. If you make anything that looks like Batman, they'll might even kill you. They're pretty extreme. Disney's pretty extreme. Remember that time they tried to sue someone? Oh no, they tried to, someone's partner died from going to a Disney restaurant because they asked for a certain food and it had a particular ingredient in it that they were allergic to and they end up dying. And Disney used the fact of they signed a terms and agreement with Disney Plus that says they're not allowed to sue them. And they use that as a defense in court. That's messed up. I do know the result of that is that the judge threw it out and it was like, nah, you can't do that. So I guess, at least there was not happy, and the guys that died, but there was an ending that, everyone could agree with. It was pretty messed up, but it just shows you lawyers. The lawyers thing. Alright, so you need 20 scrap to put in this mailbox, or put in the recycling, and then you unlock, hopefully, and unlock that. Grizzly Peak Recreation. What's Grizzly Peak? Oh, Adventureland. Alright. There you go. Well, that's all I can really do. Oh, you can teleport directly to it. Alright. Unlocks in 6 days, unlocks in 13 days. Alright. So, that's all done for now. And it was, yes, very messed up. Yasmin. Alright, well, back to the floating island. Because now that we've finished one of the crops, we'll move the farming equipment. I think this is the one we didn't even put anything in the bubble. Yeah, okay. I'm an idiot in the ingredients in the bubble. Well, it's not Harry Potter, it's Smelly Hotter. Then it's better. Well, I don't know. Just say it's an off-brand. They won't actually do shit. I hope you realize I'm just mucking around. There's nothing they'll do, and in fact, they'll probably encourage it. Now, it's a question of whether these are counted as. Where is she?
Hello, my dear.
Because this is a bean, so I'm not quite sure whether it's going to give me one. Oh. But the critters don't pick it up. Which critter picks it up? I'm guessing it's... Yeah, there we go, it's foraging it. Alright. But, till then, I need mist. So what I'm going to do, to make my life a little bit easier, I'm going to pick Ancient Island. I'm going to put all my mist gatherers here. So I don't need to keep on looking for them. Get my list of which... which characters are time benders. Alright, so... Question, there's no logical order here of how these are all sorted. Guess we'll go from the bottom. Ralph. Right, Ralph. Don't even know how this order is kind of done. So confused. Jack Skilland. I know Damn It Dave. Ah. Hansel. Maleficent. Oswald. Sadness. I've got Damn It Dave and Gaston. Cool. That should get me all the ones here. So from now on, I can just go to the ancient island and find them.
Step right up.
Oh, there we go. Cool. Up. Alright. Now we want to grind this. Come on. Yeah, got it. Come on. Oswald. Nice. really do get misequipped there, buddies. It's so much. It replenishes it quickly.
Now this is a great day for
Yep. Alright, I think that's enough for now.
Hello, child.
Alright, but we'll. Orgy. It's a lot. You get a lot. Yeah.
being here is almost as good as playtime.
There's a big
And still, the pearl ones are done too. No? Oh yeah, it was the pearls that are done, not the Up it, Dave. Up it. And wait. Oh, what's? I don't really get a lot of links for that.
We've got ourselves a hero.
Alright. I hope everyone's doing well today. Just in general. Yeah. Sometimes a day is just another day, but for the most part, I hope you're alright. Alright, now where did I put? So we'll do another. Oh no, we have to work on our finishing of that region. Before we can move to another. Need more pick. I need you. So last 10-ish minutes, we'll just grind through some mist.
Here's a lucky break.
Not really getting a lot of good bonus. Why? I should check. Dream team, does anyone need anything? Make sure everyone's still logging in. Though Nicole is not logged in for nearly a month, over a month now. To open that slot up again. Is she getting kicked? Probably not right now, but she hasn't logged in for a month, so she probably stopped playing the game. I've only got 8 slots, so... How you feeling today, Dave? I'm alright. I'm tired. I'm just very tired. I don't know what's wrong with me recently. I'm getting enough sleep, and I've been going to bed early. I'm still just tired all the time. Why is the game music so tough? Oh, I'll turn it down, sorry. There you go. How's that? That a bit better? I don't know why it was louder, because I haven't changed it. How's that? I never touch it, so I don't know why it's all... But thanks for letting me know. Enough people let me know when the stream's shit. How are you doing anyway, Yasmin? I haven't asked you this for a while. How's the job hunting going? Aren't you supposed to be doing that? Pretty sure you were doing that. At one time. Oh my god, I got an offer for a part-time job. Oh, nice! Congrats! Finally. Yeah, I know with job hunting, the last thing you need is someone to, like, probe a bit. For some reason, the bonus doesn't give me the bonus. Oh, why? Little bug with the best friend bonus. But congratulations. You can't be up. Now you can't stay up late and and harass streamers. But yeah, job hunt. Yeah, it's been a while. I did. Yeah, I didn't probe too much with it just because I know how job hunting can be a bit morally demoralizing, and last thing you need is some idiot constantly asking you about it. So I'm glad I picked the right time on that one. Yeah, it's just I've been there. I've been there. I think the longest I've been out of work is about a year and a half, something like that, and that was painful. Then you have to rely on other people, then you feel guilty, and it's just like a rabbit hole that you start falling yourself into. And then every meeting you go to, you feel even more pressure to pull it off. Yeah, it's not easy, especially not, and that was like a few years ago. Nowadays, I can't imagine. Well, I'm happy for you, Desmond. Legitimately, I know that. I'll be a bit of weight off your back, and part time is definitely a good start because one, it can move into more, and two, it's a lot easier to get a full time job with a part time. Yeah, welcome back, Jesse. Didn't even know you were gone. There's people that go silent, you can never tell. Alright, we'll call it there. I've got a good amount of miss, so that I don't think for some reason the best friend bonus isn't working right now, and I don't know why. The bonus is active. But should be getting it, but everything I'm doing is not giving me as much mist as I'm before. For real, gets me back into work. Exactly. And also gets you the social element too. Because I don't think people realize how important that is. The social element of, you know, meeting new people, getting people to kind of get you to try new things, new opinions, stuff like that. A lot more meaningful than you think. I've been there, Dave. I was out for a year and blew my savings because I wasn't working because of my stroke. Yeah. Strokes are never funny. You know how many sitcoms have jokes about strokes? It's quite a lot. It's more than you would think. But once you've had a stroke, you notice they do those jokes all the time. It's not funny. Strokes are never funny. And every time it happens on TV, I always say that and my girlfriend laughs. It's a thing that I do now. Like every time there's a joke about a stroke, I say stroke's never funny. I think it drives her a little bit crazy though, because I say it all the time because there's so many. Alright, well, I'm gonna switch over to my my shirt. Shirt today, not bag. Lovely girlfriend cleans it. She's forced me to buy another one though, just because she's tired of cleaning this off. She says she doesn't mind doing it, but you know she does. She puts up with a lot of shit from me. You think I'm annoying on here? Imagine me in real life. Alright, so hang on now. Got this all tape. I was spreading it through. Problem with this shirt, makes me look fat. And then that's what I say about myself. My girlfriend says I'm annoying when I'm annoying her. I'm just being a dick. Problem with ADHD. sometimes take it too far. And it fucks her off, which is fair. And you don't realize you're doing it at the time because your ADHD-ness is just the impulse control issues. That's why a lot of comedians have ADHD, because they just say funny things all the time. And eventually it just backfires. Alright. I know. Apparently, that beeping she's become numb to. It used to wake her up, but doesn't anymore. Wakes her up if it keeps going. I remember one time we had a power cut randomly at night. It was only really brief, and when the machine's got no power, it screeches like worse than this. It's just, you know how this one, when you unplug it, it goes beep, beep. If there's no power at all, it just goes beep, just very, very loud. It scared the shit out of us. I say fun things that can go dark way too fast. I do that a lot with my nail bed. I make jokes about death and all that stuff, and sometimes it makes people feel uncomfortable, and I get that. And I have a habit of just not thinking before I speak. But that's how I cope. That's my version of coping. I'm hoping people realize that. Anyway, I'm gonna go on break. What are we gonna be doing? When I get back, I'm gonna feed the geese, feed the bee, and then we'll continue grinding through trying to complete the area that I'm working on at the moment. So I'll be back in 5-10 minutes. There we go. I'm back. So we're getting Jack Sparrow, so it makes me wonder if they're going to substitute rum or spice apple cider or something. Probably. I don't know. I mean, seems wrong to. It could be like ginger rum. I reckon they'll still use the word rum, but they'll just kind of phrase it in a different way. I don't know. Alright. So, need a mining buddy. Come in. Awesome. Should have got him. Get to best friend. It's going to be interesting. I'm surprised they haven't announced any Mickey and Friends characters for a very long time, because Mickey and Friends characters are safe characters. You can do a lot with Mickey and Friends characters like Pete and all that, because they're not really got any hard established lore in terms of like movies or anything. I'm surprised they've kind of gone away from all that. You know, well, it can't be a siren mermaid. I'm gonna be mad. Ah, I think if like I've seen a lot of videos already of them people saying that yeah we get swimming and all that. I don't know how certain that is. I don't know if we'll get swimming. I think we might get the character looking like they're swimming, but it's still going to be like walking. They'll just have a swimming animation. I'm not super convinced that we're going to be able to swim anywhere and just like be able to just go, oh, we can go up in the sky and stuff like that. Or sky. We can go upwards. So it'll be interesting with the showcase to see how that all works. Because I think people are getting a little bit too excited. I mean, it's their own fault for putting that in the trailer. But I'm really like glider more than anything. I think that too. But I think, and it's good to speculate. But I think if they aren't allowing swimming, they should not have put it in the trailer. And I think they might get a little bit of backlash of that. I'm excited for it. Something different. I mean, the one benefit of being in my particular situation is I'm trying to find more things to look forward to, because waiting sucks and I'm going a bit crazy. And so having little things like this to look forward to does help. But I'm really over it at the same time. Good to have all these goals, but I worry that I'm going to be like one of those people that have had their LVAD for like 10 years and then get a heart, but by the time I get it, my life is basically over because I can't travel, I can't buy a house, kind of all that because I'm too old. That's my biggest fear. Having little things like this, like little game things to look forward to, is good. Never thought I'd be into these types of games. Always used to be a first-person shooter kind of person. I think think I just needed a good change. That's why I've played it for years now. Best friend bonus doesn't work now. I don't know why. You only do the best friend bonus once a day. I know you can do it once a day per character, or is it just once a day in total? Make sure it actually has spawned. It normally does. There we go. Well, no, not yet. Okay. This is one of the only cozy games I've ever been into. I grew up playing a lot of fighting games, platforms, RPGs. I grew up playing Diablo games. Yeah, I grew up playing Baldur's Gate. I got Baldur's Gate up there. I got World of Warcraft. I got The Sims. I got a lot of Halo. Gears of War. I love Gears of War. I did play Call of Duty for a little period of time before it kind of got all shit. I played like Modern Warfare, the original. I enjoyed playing that. There it is. But yeah, I used to play a lot of shooters, and then I think I just maybe I burned myself out when I was young on them, and that's why nowadays I want something a little bit slower pace. But I think with my style of streaming as well, I don't think it really works playing a really hectic game because I like kind of like stopping and having conversation. So I mean, off stream, I do play a lot of action games. Like I'm currently playing Midnight Suns, which is a Marvel game. And what other else have I been playing? Probably Marvel Suns I've been playing the most of. So it's just one of those things that I think my streaming kind of like stuff is just all over like about chilled and slow pace and all that. I was into WoW, but it got too expensive to keep up. Uh it depends if you had to buy all the other stuff, but yeah, the expansion packs do kind of add up after a while. I think I got out uh, around about Legion. The Legion expansion is when I kind of started tapping out. Alright, so now we're going to start grinding. Shitty, but we probably don't need to grind that much, but... Yeah. The geese have got 12 more days to go, yay. Sweepies, though, are catching up, but that's only 15, 16 days. Skunks are the worst. It's about hoping to get pixie dust. Got a 9 off that, so it's... Annoys me they don't pick up pixie dust. I don't understand why. Feels like a mining thing. I got out shortly after Wrath of the Lich King. I had a newborn and it was just too expensive to keep up. That's fair. That's fair enough. That's a good reason. You're not one of those parents that choose well over their kids, and then you end up hearing these stories about kids like getting mistreated and dying due to neglect. Because that was a big thing that happened when World of Warcraft was in its prime. It's just people neglecting their real life responsibilities. And it was really sad to see, because it just showed you how addictive the games were. But also, it gave people a reason to hate on gaming and as a whole. And that's the problem with any time there's any negative thing around it. It's like, yes, this is common, so this is why video games are bad. It's like, no, most of the time it's outliers. Most of the time it's just big outliers. And people just like to jump onto that negativity and just point at it saying that's the reason why X happened. Like school shootings. Like, video games are bad. It's like, no, people are bad. Video games are just a form of art. Just like movies or anything else, or books or anything. Like anything else like that. So you could argue books are banned as well. Help the argument. I think Wrath of the Lich King is where I had the most during that expansion. That and Burning Crusade, I would say, my favorite. I loved when we got the Nether Drake. So cool. Got it. Pixie dust really just doesn't drop. You know, like, say that just happened, but still, majority of the time it doesn't drop. That'll be my dill. My kids always come first. Anything I want to wait and refuse to be like my mother. Breaking the cycle. Good for you. You see, that's so important. Breaking the cycle. My partner has been through a similar thing. He's making an effort to break all that. And it's so hard too. It's not an easy thing. The whole classic kind of habits are hard to break, kind of. Especially if your mum is still in your life. That makes it a little bit more tricky. Trying to, like, not become like her. I mean, to be fair, my mother wasn't bad. Really, just seeing other people go through it. It's hard. It's a lot easier to say than do. Like, just don't talk to your mother. It's like, mother. To be honest, my mother was never like that. I don't want anyone to think that I'm talking about my own mother, other people. I always hate that excuse when people say, well, my mother was like that. That doesn't mean it's okay. Like, my parents were like that growing up. It doesn't mean that that's right. The whole saying that I really hate is, it's always been that way, so that's why we do it that way. It's like, oh, that does not a good reason to do something. It's like, we've always treated people like crap, so that's why we treat everyone like crap. It's like, it doesn't need to be that way. And it's the same with, like, politics. It's the same with everything. It's like, everyone's like, well, that's just the way it is. Like, it doesn't have to be. You don't realize you don't have to do it that way, right? We just choose that as a society of just letting that kind of stuff happen. Always makes sense. Oh no, it's your personal choice. Just because you were raised, doesn't mean you need to continue the cycle. Exactly. And I think that's what a lot of our parents probably don't, were never told growing up or raising kids, is that you don't have to do it the same way, right? You know that. You don't have to repeat it. But they justify doing it that way is because that's how they were taught. And unfortunately, we don't really have a lot of classes nowadays of, like, how to, you know, how to raise children, how do you respect society and all that stuff. So the only places you can actually learn of how to raise kids is through the internet or through your parents. I mean, you got books and stuff like that, and you can learn from that, but the resources are more limited than you think when you start to think, like, let's say a kid got pregnant at 19. What resources would they actually have to raise a kid correctly? They have their parents. Well, they have a few books and that, but remember they're a 19-year-old kid. I mean, they're exactly clued up on everything. And it's so hard to break that cycle nowadays. I'm glad people do, though. And you have to give props to people that do make the effort and break it. And yeah, they may be not perfect at it, and that's something to make sure you consider as well when you criticize anyone for it. Is like, if they're trying, give them credit for it at least. And it's the same with when old people try, especially um, with transgender people as well. Is a lot of it's a generational thing. A lot of older people don't really, I don't know whether understand it is the right word, but haven't really got their head around how all that works and how to address it. But if you bash everyone for using the wrong pronoun all the time, you're gonna get two sides of it. You got the people that go, "Oh crap, I messed up. I'm sorry," but more likely you're gonna get people that dig their heels in and get really upset that the fact is you're bashing them for it, and then they'll just go more heavily on not doing it or be more ashamed of trying. And then you get people isolated from society, getting shunned all the time, and then they form their own groups, and that's how you get incels. Well, that's how you get the bad group of people on the internet. If people no avenue to change, they're never going to change. You have to show people the benefits of changing, even though you would think people change because you just want to be a good person. But if you've been a bad person for so long, or just been a dick for so long, and then you're like, all right, I'm going to change now, but you don't show those people the benefits of changing. If you change, we are going to treat you this way. So your good behavior will be rewarded. But if someone does a good thing after being bad for so long, and you still treat them bad, they're going to have no reason to change. Look at it this way. I'm responsible for their childhood memories, so I try and make it special as I can. Exactly. And there's a particular rule that I've always believed. You are going to mess up your kids. There is nothing you can do about it, Jesse. You could be the best mother in the world, but they will resent you for something that you've done in your life. And that's okay. Key to it is making those moments as small as possible. There's a phrase I always use, everyone fucks up their kids. The key to it is by how much. So your goal is just not to fuck them up so much that they resent you for the rest of your life. Some people don't really understand that. Some people think they can be the most perfect mother ever. You can't. There's no way you're going to be. I don't think anyone could really say their parents were 100% perfect. But the key to it is just, do the basics, be there for your kid, and realize when you muck up, it's going to happen. It's going to be those moments that you forgot something that meant a lot to them, or you said the wrong thing at the wrong time that put them off doing a particular thing when they were young. My dad never really encouraged me to do anything. He always bashed my friends and kind of belittled anything I really did. And it sucked. And I got bullied a lot when I was in high school. And one thing that really pisses me off, I wouldn't say really pisses me off, annoys me, because I'm over it now, is he's helping raise my nieces because my brother-in-law passed away. And recently my niece got into a fight at school. And the kids that bullied her, I think they got suspended for a day, or so they got disciplined. And my dad was like, "That's not good enough. They need to be held to account and all this stuff, and they need to be suspended for longer and all that." And I'm like, "Dad, when this shit happened to me, you did nothing. You didn't care, and that sucked. But now it's happening to the nieces. You do care. What changed?" And he didn't have an answer for me. And quite frankly, he just didn't pay attention then. He is paying attention now, he just didn't pay attention then. And that's the big difference. Even though his level of parenting hasn't really changed. his care factor does, and it's just about caring in the right moments rather than anything else. And I'm still a little bit better about it. But he initially that's how the conversation went. Now he just denies that ever happened. So I'm glad I have a little bit of narcissism thrown in there. So the key is you may have the best intentions. You're gonna mess up your kids a little bit. Just make sure that eventually you give them the lesson that you are only human and you just did the best you could. Just be there for them. Because you know what really sucked? When I was in hospital, this is me, this is Dave's therapy session that we're entering in. When we're in hospital, I remember having a chat with my mum, and I was right before my LVAD surgery, and my LVAD surgery, there was a potential that I could pass away. It was a realistic possibility. And I wanted to see my family before that happened because it was very scary, and it was reassuring to know that, you know, my family was there and all that stuff. And my dad said that he wasn't going to come up because we're in Auckland at the time and we live in Wellington. And he said he wasn't going to come up because my sister couldn't look after her 3 kids by herself. And I'm just like, I could die, and you're worried that my sister can't handle her 3 kids, who she has all the time, by herself. And that was gutting. That was knowing that could have been my last interaction with my dad, you know? That he chose that over me seeing him for the last time. And luckily, though, they ended up convincing Jackie, my sister, to come up with the 3 kids, and then my dad came up as well. But to know that was going to happen otherwise just kind of sucked. And I did have a moment of like, why? Like, what the fuck? And that was rough. That was a rough time. Like, after everything I've been through, like, knowing, like, being so out of control of the situation, that was going to be an outcome just sucked. Just really hit me pretty hard at that time. Luckily, I can't work out whether I was just being emotional at the time or anything, but my dad's been pretty distant. I do think he's got autism, like a variation of autism. But I reckon to this day, I don't think he knows how much that hurt. And I don't think that's his fault. I think that's just how his brain's wired. And I'll never tell him. Because we just don't have that kind of relationship. But yeah, it just shows you how much, like, even as an adult, you can still hurt your kids. And it's a very rare kind of power, you know? And I don't think I will be lucky enough to have kids, because it's just by the time I get through all this scenario and we buy a house and everything, we just be too old. I mean, chances are I'll be on the sale bed for years. And I don't really want to be in, like, late 50s having a kid, and my partner's not going to be old enough. We'll kind of age out of that kind of period of our lives, so. But it's moments like that I realize I don't want to be that kind of dad, so I'm going to avoid it. Even though I know I probably won't be. I'm more than likely not to become that kind of person. You know what they say, you always become like your parents or something like that. But don't be sorry, it's just an experience that I can now reflect on and make sure I don't do the same thing to anyone else. So. Oh crap, they had bonus run out for minor. need. I think what we'll do is we'll. How much do I have? 68. All right, we'll leave it there. And how much I can make. I feel that day my mum just started telling me she loves me, and I'm 41. I don't think I've ever heard that from my dad. Don't think I've ever heard that from my dad. Don't think I ever will. Definitely won't. It's not his style. I mean, I remember the best compliment he ever gave me when I was growing up was when I got a job. He said, "Good," and I was so stoked that he was happy for me. That was it. It's like the pinnacle of it. And I remember him being happy that I had a job, and that meant a lot, even though, you know, probably more scenarios that he probably should have. In hindsight. But at the time, you're a kid, you don't know any better. And you think all dads are like that. Then you see other dads acting differently, like more loving towards the kids, and you're just like, what the fuck? That's the worst wake up call is when you see other families like acting more lovingly to each other, and you've grown up with a family that's less than affectionate. Luckily, all my siblings are pretty affectionate with their kids, which I'm very grateful for. They deserve that. I'm gonna do this one. Nothing is very intuitive, is it? Oh, whoops. Alright. Alright. Foliage it all up now. What have we got to work? All the women in my family are narcissists. I was the truth teller, and I pointed out the dysfunction of family, which which made me a scapegoat. Yeah, the problem with narcissism, and there's actually a really good documentary out that I've just watched. It's called, what was it called? Find it now. Uh, Narcissist Playbook. Narcissist Playbook. Look it up. It's basically a documentary about narcissists who realize they're narcissists. So they talk about how they know that they do this manipulation, that they do all this stuff, and it kind of puts in like how they're not sure why they do it. Or no, some of them are aware of why they do it, but some are just like, I can't help myself. Like it's just like an impulse to do it this way. And it's like ADHD. It sounds like they describe it, and this is less of an excuse because I'm not sure how much I buy it. But it's like ADHD, how they can't help themselves but act this way and treat people that way, and how the manipulation goes. And some of them seem like they enjoy that kind of manipulation, but it's just interesting to see that, you know, we've evolved a society that we can identify it and people can identify it in themselves. And some people don't want to be that way, but can't help themselves. But some people are just embracing the crazy. Whether that's a good or bad thing, I don't know. That's not really it's really for society to decide. But it's a good documentary. I recommend anyone that is interested to read up on it, or not read up on it, watch it. Narcissist Playbook. Now, there's a particular. I want to find more of these. Hi, TQ. How are you going? There's the Alpine. Oops. That does it. Doing good. Thanks. Cruising the valley with a reclining armchair, having a whale of a time. Nice. Nice. Hopefully I can finish this area today. Friday we can actually work on something. I'm actually not going to finish because we need to look at our dream stamp. So I need to do a little bit of furniture, but I think we could just pop it all off on Friday. I want a little bit more seating, just to draw from the MP season a little bit more. I'm a bit worried now. The game might freak out. Wait, did it reverse anything? Huh? Knocking out some quests prior getting started to getting started with Val in a few days. Nice, congratulations. All right, open that wound. A painful wound. It's a long one though. I would say Storybook Vale is longer than Eternity Isle. So be prepared for that. But yeah, I just need a little bit of foliage. Not foliage. Look at the seating around here. This is going to be my main hangout area, so I want to build out a little bit of a town center square kind of here. Everything else is alright. Let me get the NPCs to kind of draw in a little bit. They really don't. Kind of all just over here for some reason. Maybe if I get a few... There's a particular item that they always get drawn to, like a wondrous item or something like that, so I might put a few around. Hopefully draw some in. Anyway, so let's look at the dream snaps. So, switch over to Discord. There we go. Go to Discord. There you go. So this is Jesse Cat's dream snap. Or actually, what we should have done actually. What's the theme? Theme of the dream snaps is getting artsy. Create an artist workshop where creativity flows free. Draw sculpted pieces, sew magical outfits, or paint enchanting works like Rapunzel. Express yourself. So it's low artsy, an artsy one. So if we go back over to this one, here we go. So if we look at this, so this is the artsy one. Oh, so you got your tables. You got your, I think those are Rapunzel tables. You got the honey in the background, and you got the, oh, you got the, what do they call that? Painting stand thingy. You got that. So yeah, it's very, very artsy. I'm trying to think. I don't have an artsy area, do I? I think if I just include Rapunzel in it, it should be fine. Don't really have like an artsy area. No, I have. I do like you got the anxiety. You're kissing anxiety, which kind of adds ties into the whole. That's what art's supposed to do. It's supposed to relax you. Hobby's supposed to relax you. All right, and I think that's the only person that's submitted for this week. No Teresa this week. But if you do want to submit your entry for the week, just post it on the Discord, and we'll go through it on the Wednesday. I heard that Val had a rocky launch. It had a few bugs to begin with, but they were smoothed out pretty quickly. I would say the biggest bug that they had, and people exploited this, and I did as well, to be fair, is the white snippets. So what you could do is build a snippet lure, and so it's an item that essentially traps. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say lure. It's a trap, a lure trap, and which gets around about 6 to 7 snippets around it. It's what I use for my leveling machine. And so you could have actually put that in the main Dreamlight Valley. And if you did that, you got white snippets. It would trap white snippets. And white snippets could be used for anything. You can convert white snippets to whatever snippets you need. So if we go over here, ironically, to the same table that Jesse Cat was using before, where I think it'll be under materials. Here we go. So this is the bluebird snippet. So you can actually use white snippets to convert it to whatever snippet you needed, and that's the same with like the demon ones and the frogs and all that stuff. So what people were doing is, and there's no limit to it. So what people were doing was putting all the traps in the valley and making this big, essentially white snippet machine. And people were just going there and getting all the snippets and storing them up, and people were getting thousands at a time. Which essentially was breaking the game because you were able to get pretty much unlimited snippets because you could just use the white ones that convert it. They fixed that, but it did break the game for a while because people were getting stuff that they shouldn't be able to get so quickly. So that was one of the issues. Outside of that, can't remember anything huge, or at least nothing that I experienced. I think people were stoked to have so much more land to work on. That was a big one. I think if there was anything else. No, I can't think of anything, any other issues. I think that was the last expansion we got where they did a second content release drop. And I think a lot of people were bothered by that. They weren't getting 3. Oh, what the hell? Oh. Oh, I didn't realize I could do all this stuff. I'm just going to take something so I can submit it. Otherwise, I'll forget. Yeah, I don't recall anything else that bad. Where's Rapunzel? We'll get Rapunzel in. Oh, we can place her. Who else can we put? Put Maribel. Everyone likes Maribel. There you go. There's so much more customization to this. um, if I can... Oh, no, that's cool. What happened here? Art, damn it! I need more art. Got one more art. But yeah, I don't remember too much more outside of that. But if anyone's got anything, post it. Because I don't think it was that bad, other than that bug. But it was a pretty big bug because it just unlocked so much stuff for people that shouldn't have that stuff unlocked yet. Oops. Oh, damn it. Ah, damn it. I screwed it up. Ah, it's still 2. Damn it, because I can't make the same item. Alright. Morning, Spy. How you doing? I'm doing my dream snap and I'm terrible at it, so I'm just trying to get this over and done with. What she said. Oh. I put down. I'm gonna make it look like I painted it. I don't know if this will work, but what about some enchanter replay Rapunzel? Well, it turns out you don't. There's not a lot of Rapunzel art. The only art pieces I could use are these 2 easels things. I want to get the statue of Rapunzel in there as well. It's 8 o'clock now. There we go. I gotta go get my kid from the bus stop. He has a bully. I don't let him mess with kid. Fair enough. I need to finish off the day anyway. So it's good to see you, everyone. Do appreciate it. Well, remember to do your dream snap because today is the last day. And yeah, join it in Discord. Post in Discord. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'll be doing Dinkum. And I'll go through the list. Thanks TQ. Thanks Spy. Thanks Jesse. Thanks Yasmin as always for being my senior only mod, and Scrappy Doo as well. Don't think I forgot about you. And I appreciate you all. Really, really do appreciate it. And congrats again, Yasmin. So yeah, just make sure you stay in touch within the Discord. Post anything you find. We're trying to get more people to talk in there. So even if you just want to banter about something, you're more than welcome to. And yeah, we'll leave it there. We'll be back on tomorrow. Do this all again. Well, Dinkum this time. Anyway, until next time, everyone.